Women need the right person and men need the right time. A woman will turn her entire life upside down. Entire life upside down.
This Henny got me feeling crazy.
We do not want to waste our time being delulu.
Speech, 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 speech.
If he does any of these 10 things, he is not that interested.
One thing you need to stop doing when it comes to dating men is trying to get them to see how they're making you feel. Making you feel.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another short video. There's a lot of people you can get advice from on the internet. On TikTok, sure, why not even there. But please don't ever take any advice from some of these individuals we're about to watch here today. It's just bad news. Very bad news. I'm not going to keep you any longer. Let's go ahead and let's dive into these clips. My name is Ratboi. Let's get into it.
I started thinking like a man, and I think more people need to do it. Women need the right person and men need the right time. A woman will turn her entire life upside down for a man she met 24 hours ago.
Let me stop you right there. Stretch face. Women will do this to a certain type of guy. There's a certain percentage of men that'll do this, that they'll do this for, but not for any man that's actually interested in these women. That's why all these women are single. It's because they are turning their entire life around for the wrong men. They're choosing the wrong men. And they keep choosing the wrong men, and then they complain about choosing the wrong men, and then they're in their 40s and they're like, oh, why aren't there any good men? Because you don't know how to choose good men. You don't know how to choose. It's not the men. The men are going to do what the men do. It's the women who choose, and you're not choosing right. You're choosing wrong. I mean, this isn't rocket science. I'm not trying to cook this early in the video, but get it through your forehead, please. Let's continue.
Job, move across the country, change her values, change her entire identity.
Oh, and let me stop you. Let me say this one thing. Why are women changing anything about themselves? That is like a really big red flag. That seems more like manipulation, more like trying to trap a guy, than it's basically like catfishing, really. Whenever you're changing your entire personality to be with someone, that's kind of, I don't know why you would admit to this on the internet, but here we are. Let's go.
Because I did it. I did all of that. Even if we're not looking for a relationship, we don't want a relationship. We will make ourselves ready for that one person. Men, they just need the right time. If they're not mentally and emotionally ready to be in a relationship.
And the cope is going to continue here. Gentlemen, the cope will continue. She is rationalizing why this certain guy did this to her, when in reality she was just one of many that he keeps in his rotation. It's a tale as old as time, this one. If only her brain was as big as her lips. Let's continue.
Relationship, no woman can change that, and I will die on that hill. I might tell you what you want to hear.
You're not gonna do anything on a hill. You're gonna do it in a house with a bunch of cats in your 80s. Man, I don't know. Doesn't that eventually turn into toxins, or is that something else? That might be Botox I'm thinking of. But either way, I mean, plastic lasts forever. That plastic will be around longer than you will be. Let's continue.
Entertain things for a little bit, but eventually things aren't going to work out because they're not ready for a relationship. But when a man,
they're not ready for a relationship with you. Why would any guy want to settle for a woman who is well past her prime, who has to get work done to look a certain way, which this is not an attractive look, I don't think anyways. This has never been, I don't know why women think this is attractive. I know they usually say they like to look like this, but Most dudes don't like this look. They don't. It's just not. It's just not based in reality. The standards. But let's continue.
Does decide he's ready, he will literally pluck any woman in front of him and insert them into his life.
And I agree with that as well. Men really don't. A lot of men they don't really care. You know, as long as she's pleasant to be around, she's attractive, naturally pretty. On the younger side, there's a lot of metrics men choose women for, but it's not. It has nothing to do with them being emotionally ready for any certain person. They just don't want to be with you. They have 10 of people that look. They have 10 women that look exactly like you in their rotation that are probably less annoying. Let's be real.
Is the one. She most likely didn't do anything differently than the other women did. She was just at the right place at the right time, at his right time. I can't even tell you how many times I've seen this happen from both sides. Like I said, I was the first person to do this, but why? Maybe because our families and society tells us that we have to be in a relationship by a certain age. So when I felt like I found the one, I had to hold on and couldn't afford to let him go. I don't really know. I'm not a psychologist, but what I do know is that what I've been doing since that breakup is much better. I took a page from their book. Experiencing life, doing what I want. It's been pretty fucking epic. And when I'm ready, I'll pluck my guy.
That's the biggest cope you'll hear. And look, women have something that men will never have. Women have this thing called a biological clock. Men don't have this. Men do not have a biological clock. Women do. And so yeah, by the time they get a certain age, they're really stressing about trying to land that top percentage guy, and it never works. It never works. Let's go to the next clip.
These are the top 10 signs that he's just not that into you. We do not want to waste our time being delulu. If he does any of these 10 things, he is not that interested. First thing is actually a word, and it keeps coming up if he doesn't like you. I'm doing great, but I'm so busy. Busy is actually code word for not interested. So if he says this, he's probably not that interested. Number 2 is the lamest hug in the world. If someone likes you and gets to hug you, they're going to give you the longest, closest hug they can. If they don't take this opportunity and instead give you a lame or limp hug, they don't like you. If he doesn't laugh at your jokes, research shows that we laugh.
Guys, let me ask you a question. Leave it in the comments. What do you think about this? I had to throw this in here. Like, I haven't seen these clips, but I do throw them in these videos, and I like to just comment as I watch them here. But what is going on? What, like, if we are living in the year of our Lord 2024, and you still don't know if a guy likes you or not, like, is this really a thing? There's 10 ways? No, there's one way. He doesn't like you if he just doesn't care about anything you do. He's on to something else. These people, man, they're oh, they are. The delusion is hard with them, very hard.
More at the people we like, even if we don't think they're as funny. So if you literally can't get him to laugh, he doesn't like you. This next one is really telling. It's where you fall on the information train. When someone likes you and something happens in their life, like they get a job or they make birthday plans, you're gonna be one of the first to know. If you're one of the last to know or find out these details from someone else, he doesn't like you. If you tell him things...
You know, let me comment on this right here. A lot of guys don't talk to other people like that. You know what I'm saying? If they do, it's like they're buddies. So I'm not sure. This advice is very not good.
and he remembers the details even a little bit incorrectly. This is not because he's forgetful. He either doesn't care or he's mixing you up with someone else. If you're together and he's distracted on his phone, he does not like you. If anything distressing or bad happens to you, if you tell him all about it and he simply responds, "That's too bad," he doesn't like you. If you are standing near him and he does one or all of the following behaviors: crossing his arms, clenching his fists, scowling, or frowning with his forehead. These are physiological signs of anger and frustration, so if he does them around you, he likely doesn't like you. If he averts his gaze, humans are programmed to look at the things we like for longer than the things we don't. So if he's averting his gaze or not really looking at you, he probably doesn't like you. Finally, guys, if you're talking about something important and he interrupts you to say something unrelated, he wasn't even listening in the first place and he doesn't like you. If you're still not sure if he likes you, take my levels of attraction quiz.
And that is that video should have been called Common Sense 101. You literally, she must have needed views on her channel and on her TikTok to pump that ridiculous. It's like ways to take out the trash. Put it in a bag. Put the bag in the dumpster. Like who what, like everybody, this is common sense stuff. This is what I'm talking about. This is the advice that women are giving themselves. It's not even advice. It's just like common sense. Okay. All right, here's the last clip. Let's get into it.
One thing you need to stop doing when it comes to dating men is trying to get them to see how they're making you feel.
I'm going to stop you right there. Eyebrows. Men don't care how you feel. The men that you are trying to force into your own life do not care how you feel. They're somewhere somewhere else.
So let's say he's pulling back from you for whatever reason. Instead of sending him 1,000 text messages explaining how this is making you feel right now, in which usually doesn't ever work anyways and just scares him off, this is the time where you need to be willing to walk away.
I agree with that. Walk away so he can do whatever he needs to do. This right here is good advice. Women, just walk away. And men, walk away too. Like everybody should be walking away. Oh, and if you're close to this person, you need to be running away. Let me tell you.
You over explaining as a woman doesn't do anything but put you in your masculine energy. I'm not saying don't.
Oh, and here's something. If you hear women talk about masculine energies and stuff, just avoid them. Just go somewhere else. I mean, it's going to be nothing but headaches from these types.
Ever express your emotions, but always remember this: if a man is pulling back, it's a decision that he is making. He is always making a conscious decision when he is pulling back. So this is not the time to get him to see what he's doing to you.
But he doesn't care. See, this individual was probably with a Chad, and he left her high and dry after a pump and dump, and now she can't get over it. She's justifying it by making these videos and trying to tell other women, hey, if he's trying to distance himself from you, that means he doesn't want to talk to you anymore. Well, no crap. Like, I honestly think that a lot of these individuals just film themselves just to hear themselves speak. You know what I'm saying? That there's no other explanation for just the insanity, the delusion that is going on. Like and the first, like if you need to make a 2-minute video of 10 things 10 ways he doesn't like you, like, come on. Like, what are you doing?
When he already knows what he's doing to you.
Yeah, he knows. He definitely knows. He just doesn't care. These individuals, I don't know what to say. Let me know what you think about the clips we watched today, and leave a comment. Leave a like if you liked the video. I'm going to head out. Ratboi.